Hey guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be reviewing SaleHoo, which is a popular wholesale and dropshipping directory. I've been using the platform for quite a while now, and so I wanted to tell you about my experience and whether or not it's worth the investment. And to tell you the truth, there's a lot to like about it, and while I personally found it to be well worth using, I can also see why some people may initially feel let down. So I'm here to help you adjust your expectations and truly understand what SaleHoo is about. And by the end of this review, you'll have a good understanding of what SaleHoo does and be able to make an informed decision on whether or not SaleHoo is a good fit for you and your needs. And by the way, this is a pretty comprehensive review of the directory, and it's a little longer than usual, so feel free to check the timestamps below. And before we begin, if you're interested in giving SaleHoo a go, I'll leave all the helpful links in the description down below. Now, let's start by giving you a quick overview of SaleHoo. SaleHoo was founded in 2005 in Christchurch, New Zealand, and has since become a leading directory in the e-commerce industry, providing a platform for dropshipping and wholesale suppliers. And what sets SaleHoo apart from other directories is that they take on the heavy lifting for their members, including finding suitable suppliers and products. Or at least, that's what SaleHoo tries its best to do. Now, when I first logged into SaleHoo, it didn't take me too long to figure out how to use it. You just go to the directory, search for a product either through the given categories or by using the search bar, whichever you prefer, and then you can adjust the filters on the left based on specific criteria such as suppliers operating in North America, and then simply click on your desired product. And the site will take you straight to the supplier SaleHoo page, and that's where you can find all kinds of information about the supplier, from payment methods, contact information, the supplier's website, and for most suppliers you'll even find a catalog to browse through. And if there's no catalog, then you can just go to their website to browse everything that's available. Though I did find that some products may not be available on the supplier SaleHoo catalog, so I would just recommend visiting the supplier's webpage for a more complete look at all the products either way. However, SaleHoo does try its best to integrate as many products as possible based on the data given to them by the suppliers into the directory to make things more convenient for you. But just keep in mind that while you can search for products in the directory, it's just meant for finding suppliers by looking up the products. So I just wanted to make that distinction clear to you guys to avoid any confusion. This wasn't necessarily obvious to me in the beginning, and it's not very well explained unless you dig into the SaleHoo articles for more information. But normally when you go to a wholesale directory, they'll just list the available suppliers rather than the products. But SaleHoo managed to make it a little bit more convenient by integrating product catalogs into their suppliers directory. So yeah, it is a neat little feature to try to include all the products, but it's not exactly perfect, and either way, it's better to just double check with the supplier by either contacting them or checking their original website for a more thorough look at the list of available products. And if you happen to not find a product in the search results, it doesn't necessarily mean that there are no suppliers for that particular product. It just means that it's not listed on the SaleHoo catalog because the suppliers did not give that kind of data to SaleHoo for it to be listed in the first place. But overall, by using the directory, I found it to be much more time efficient than having to search through Google and click on a bunch of links and find the right suppliers. And then with some suppliers, you have to submit an application to get access to their catalog and spend precious time having to ask about their prices, whether or not some products are available in stock, minimum products that need to be ordered in order to deliver, payment methods they accept, and other types of information that you can get straight from SaleHoo instead of having to spend time asking the supplier for all that kind of information. So on this front, I do appreciate what SaleHoo has to offer. And even if you come across some mediocre suppliers on SaleHoo, because of course not all of them are going to be great, you still have a whole slew of better suppliers at your disposal, so always keep an eye out for all the other options. Alright, now let me just give you a quick example. Say I want to find suppliers for gaming monitors. So I'll just drop that into the search bar, find a product that I like, or switch over to the suppliers tab instead of the products. Pick one, examine the information on the supplier, make sure that the product is available by searching for it either in the catalog or the supplier's website, and it's standard procedure from there on. Now, as far as contacting the supplier, you do have some helpful templates from SaleHoo that you can work off of. of, which can be very helpful, especially if you're new and you don't know what to say. So having a template as a starting point is incredibly helpful. But don't just click on a template and send it to the supplier. I would definitely recommend personalizing your email a little bit more and try not to come off as a beginner in e-commerce, even if you're new. So just make sure that you've got all of your questions prepared and be as professional as possible. And keep in mind, you can find guides on what questions you need to be asking the suppliers on SaleHoo's education section, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. But you can imagine that these suppliers get a lot of spam emails. And if you're using raw SaleHoo templates without any substance, you may be just written off as another spammer, which leads me to address some allegations that you may have heard about SaleHoo being a scam. But it really isn't. I think that sentiment just comes from users that don't know how to properly utilize SaleHoo's directory, or frustrated suppliers that keep getting spam emails from SaleHoo customers that are just trying out the service and sending empty templates. So it's understandable from the supplier's point of view. But otherwise, SaleHoo is like the digital yellow pages for finding vetted suppliers for selected products. Over 8,000 suppliers and over 2.5 million products to be exact. Okay, now moving on to the educational guides, I would definitely recommend checking them out. There's honestly a wealth of information that you'll definitely find to be useful, whether you're a beginner or a more seasoned player in the e-commerce domain. That way, you'll be well equipped to use SaleHoo to its fullest potential without having to deal with problems like why suppliers aren't responding, for example. Okay, so for instance, I was looking through the guides for finding suppliers and I came across some incredibly helpful information that I found to be useful, such as information including how to request a quote from a supplier, the types of questions to ask or avoid, what you should be aware of when dealing with suppliers, scam preventions and what to look out for, and building lasting relationships with suppliers that you'd like to continue working with. And there are also other helpful guides on how to start your own online store and a host of other useful information that I wouldn't recommend skipping over if you're serious about your business. And it's also worth mentioning that there's a community forum where you can talk to other users and ask for advice or read about what others learned from their own experiences so that you don't have to repeat their mistakes. Also, if you want to learn more about the supply and demand or what the best-selling products of a certain supplier are, this is information that you'll have to contact the supplier for. So again, make sure that all of your questions are ready before you contact the suppliers. Alright, now with regards to the market research labs, here you can find inside information on more than 40,000 products across many categories that are currently listed on Amazon and eBay. Such information includes the sell rate, which is how well a product is selling online, the average price a product is typically selling for, and the competition, which is how many other people are selling it. Now, you won't find such information about the products in the directory, so you'll have to contact the supplier for that kind of information, because again, the directory is meant for finding vetted suppliers and not for stats and analytics on the products. The market research labs, you could say, is just a little bit of a bonus feature within SaleHoo. You can even take a look at Amazon competitors when you click on any product in the market research labs. And you can also check for potential suppliers and similar listings. Not to mention that you can select products and compare them side to side by using the Compare Products tab. Plus, there's my personal favorite, the product trends, where SaleHoo shares trending product ideas based on the data they've collected from Amazon and eBay. And I found this data to be quite useful for identifying trends before they catch on. And through the Product Trends tab, I was actually able to find some very cool suppliers that have a massive wealth of very interesting products that could sell very well. So for example, I clicked on the wireless earbuds to see what's trending, and I was interested in the Jabra ones because I know Jabra usually makes solid products, and I managed to find a supplier by searching for the earbuds in the directory, but by also looking through the potential suppliers that came up when I clicked on the product, I came across a very interesting supplier called Mighty Skins, which sells skins for nearly everything you can think of, like gaming controllers, guns, drones, laptops, consoles, headphones, wall skins, phone cases, and you guessed it, skins for the Jabra earbuds charging case. So this is very interesting. Now, not only do I have a supplier for the Jabra earbuds, but also stylish charging case skins that I can sell along alongside the earbuds. And that's essentially why I recommend checking out all the supplier websites that you come across in the labs and not just in the directory, because you never know when you'll find a supplier that may give you ideas for cross-selling or upselling, as it is with this specific example. And by doing that, I now essentially know about a supplier that I can rely on for all types of stylish and customizable skins whenever I sell a product that can use a skin, and most products do. And I did that by simply checking out all of the suppliers that were listed on the earbuds tab. And this is where the value of SaleHoo is truly realized. So if you're out of ideas or looking for new ones, the product trends feature is something to really sink your teeth into. And if you like a product, I recommend visiting the websites of all the listed suppliers and see which one has a more interesting collection of products. Because as I've just demonstrated, a lot of these suppliers have collections that are full of similar products that may just give you even more ideas. And don't forget about looking up the products found in product trends in the supplier directory, because the list of suppliers in the labs are labeled as potential suppliers, whereas the suppliers in the directory are more likely to sell the exact product that you're looking for. Alright, now what about pricing? Well, SaleHoo has a few plans on offer. They've got a 1-year access plan to the directory for $67 and a lifetime access plan for $127. For those looking to start a dropshipping business, they offer a basic 1 to 2 person plan at $27 a month, which gives you 1 sub-user account and the ability to automate 1 dropship store and import 500 high-profit AliExpress products. And the premium plan, which is designed for teams, at $97 per month, which offers everything that the basic plan has, but you'll get 3 sub-user accounts and you'll be able to automate 3 dropship stores and import unlimited products from AliExpress. Additionally, they also offer 2 one-time payment educational packages at $47 per course, including courses on dropshipping on Shopify and launching products on Amazon. Alright, now let's talk about the dashboard. SaleHoo's dashboard has a user-friendly interface that is easy to understand. Nothing really to write home about, honestly. It's just a page where you can see your saved searches, product ideas saved from the lab, and suppliers. And if you scroll down, you'll see the latest forum activity, and on the left you have the help desk in case you're not sure where to go, which you probably won't need anyways, especially after this review. And in terms of customer support, SaleHoo's customer service has a dedicated team ready to assist you with any issues you may have. Whether it's signing up or concerns about a supplier, the team is available to help. Support is provided through live chat, phone, and email during specific hours, and they also have a presence on social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But besides that, SaleHoo also offers detailed guides and many articles on their website to help members with selling products on Amazon and eBay, and strategies for launching and growing an e-commerce business. However, one area of improvement could be to assist members in sourcing products that are not currently listed on the platform, similar to what Worldwide Brands offers. And at times, the live chat support agents took some time to respond to my questions, so just expect to wait up to 15 minutes or so depending on the hour of communication. But when they did respond, they answered my questions and did their best to help out. And what I was asking them about was basically why I couldn't find certain products that were showing in the directory but not in the supplier's catalog, and they told me that they updated SaleHoo based on the information given to them about the products by the suppliers, and that it would be best to just contact the suppliers and ask them about the products I'm looking for, which is fair enough. And I would say that it's actually quite the bonus to have live chat support in the first place. Most directories don't offer that kind of immediate customer support, so props to SaleHoo for providing that. Now, the question is, can you make money from SaleHoo? And the simple answer is yes, you can. In fact, SaleHoo offers several opportunities for making money, including using its directory to find and purchase products for your e-commerce business, utilizing its dropshipping platform to import trending products from AliExpress and sell them on your store, and participating in affiliate marketing programs where you can earn up to $500 per year for each sale. Now, a potential downside of SaleHoo could be that because the directory is quite big, some of them are just not going to be as good as others on the platform. So essentially, it's a mixed bag. While there are so many amazing catches out there, You also have to factor in the fair possibility of finding suppliers that, for example, may not offer true wholesale pricing, but more like discount pricing. So I suppose you could say that this is both a pro and a con, because you do have a large selection of suppliers to choose from, but at the same time, sometimes you may come across suppliers that just aren't that great. But having said that, SaleHoo are slowly implementing reviews for all 8,000 suppliers on their platform to help you quickly figure out whether or not a supplier may be a good fit for your needs. Another downside of SaleHoo is if you're looking for niches that are simply scarce on SaleHoo. So, for example, if you're on the lookout for protein powder wholesalers, then there's only one supplier for that, and there's little to no variety in their products. And it's the same for other fitness-centric supplements. But this was only because I was looking at the products tab. So when I checked out the suppliers tab, I managed to find more suppliers. Now, while these may be good suppliers in their own right, I wouldn't want to choose one out of scarcity. I'd prefer to have a whole lot more options so that I can weigh them out and see which one can give me the best products for the best prices. Although if you're looking for other supplements like iodine, collagen, herbal oils, and others, there's plenty of that. But as far as gym-based supplements, surprisingly enough, that's just something you won't really find too much of in SaleHoo, although you do have a few options. And to be fair, some of these options seem to be very good. But personally, I had no trouble finding the products that I'm looking for, like gaming chairs and keyboards, earbuds, and other electronics. So it's safe to say that SaleHoo has plenty of options, but depending on your niche, you may find more or less suppliers in the directory. I'd say try out the 7-day trial for $1 and see if SaleHoo works for the particular niches you're looking for. Another thing I'd like to address is that while SaleHoo definitely saves a lot of time by using its directory, you want to keep in mind that these 8,000 suppliers are not the only suppliers available. So you certainly could still find some really good suppliers for certain products that are in fact not found in SaleHoo's directory. But then again, SaleHoo does have a dependable directory of suppliers that sell almost everything you can think of. But that doesn't mean that you can't find suppliers using Google. It's just that some suppliers, and a lot of them, are not on SaleHoo and are not so easily found on Google, especially wholesalers and dropshippers. But they are in fact conveniently listed on SaleHoo, alongside all kinds of information that's relevant to doing business with them, like the minimum order requirements, whether or not they ship worldwide, shipping methods, years in business, and more, which is what makes SaleHoo such a valuable time-saving tool, because you don't have to jump through hurdles and write emails just to get some basic questions answered. Now, a great example of a supplier that I couldn't find on Google is, again, Mighty Skins, which was easily found on SaleHoo in product trends. But I had no luck finding it on Google until I typed some specific keywords that directly involved them. So suppliers like Mighty Skins that may not have the best search engine optimization or are not ranking well for all of the normal words that you would ordinarily type on Google can easily be found on SaleHoo. And so what SaleHoo does here is basically go through the trouble of discovering suppliers like this one and including them in the directory so that you can get easy access to them. But you may be asking, is SaleHoo really worth the money, and would I recommend it? Now, what SaleHoo does is basically save you time from having to find the best suppliers by digging through Google's search engine, and more importantly, find suppliers like Mighty Skins, which you would normally have a hard time finding on Google, because SaleHoo is a search engine that's essentially designed to find suppliers involved in dropshipping and wholesaling. But not just that, you can also find new ideas and inspiration through the labs, which I found to be a very valuable feature personally. Not to mention that for some suppliers, you're able to browse through their catalogs through SaleHoo itself, which is a big bonus to have in a directory service. Now, time is everything in this kind of business, so by saving this kind of time, you're also saving money by using a helpful research tool like SaleHoo to get you ahead of your competition. But not only that, you're also finding suppliers that you otherwise may not have known about if it weren't for SaleHoo. And of course, it's not just about time, it's about finding these wholesalers and dropshippers that you can actually work with and make money. And most of the suppliers that you can find in SaleHoo's directory are in fact companies that have been in this business for long enough to be verified by the Better Business Bureau. and also offer quality products that can encourage customers to come back to you as a retailer since you're sourcing high quality products from verified suppliers. And of course, with the live chat support ready to help at almost any time, SaleHoo ends up being an incredible tool that's much more than a directory, especially for those that are just starting out in the dropshipping or wholesaling business. SaleHoo is actually more like a helper or a teacher that offers the right knowledge and resources to help you get started with your business without having to crawl through a lot of hurdles that most people would have to go through without this kind of help. And if you're not a beginner and you don't need any guides or help, then the directory and labs will prove to be very useful tools for both finding reliable suppliers that sell great products and easily track trends and inspire new ideas. So overall, for me personally, it's a very obvious answer. I find SaleHoo to be totally worth the investment considering the pricing, especially for the directory. If you're really serious about e-commerce, then a lifetime subscription will actually prove to be very useful. And of course, keep in mind there is a 60-day money-back guarantee in case you change your mind. So you do have plenty of time to test out and verify the usefulness of the service before you truly commit to it. So if you guys are interested, be sure to check out the description down below for links to get started with SaleHoo. You can also give it a free test run to see how many suppliers you can find for a particular product, or you can get access to the directory for 7 days for just $1. And again, if you forget to cancel after the trial and you do get charged, you still get a 60-day money-back guarantee. Plus, you can get immediate free access to a hand-picked list of more than 250 of the best-selling products of the year, and that's besides the free guides available on the website. All you need to do is give them your email. So that's pretty much it for this video. Comment below if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer all of them. Like and subscribe if you'd like to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.